show okay, so do I have to show that how to open a Figma file, a Figma account? I showed that yesterday. That should not be a problem. Respond, do I have to?
Okay, please, we can use the chat box to respond to.
Yes, you can use chat box, please. Okay, thank you. I'll just go ahead. So creating a new Figma file. So to make this faster, I'm going to look for one of your feedbacks. Figma. Oh, Figma, the love of my life. What did I press now? Okay. Okay, so forward. So what will happen is we were about to build a fintech application. So to make things easier, I'm just going to look for a sample. Thank God for samples and inspirational sites where you could look for maybe you want to design and some sort of inspiration to guide, or mood board to guide your area of design, right? So other than me trying to think about it, so many of us must have heard of Dribble, right? So it's going to get to the point where you have to open a Behance account. Behance is BEHANCE. Dribble is DRIBBLE. So this is like a site where people keep their work for recruiters to come and find them, right? I know of 2 people that have tried to reach out to me through Behance for a job, right? So it's also useful by designers to find design inspiration on different kind of design. So opening it, you understand. So like every normal way of signing up, like also Dribble also have a paid version, and the paid version, you are likely to be able to advertise yourself. Like recruiter can find you more in paid version, right? And you can have like a business page for yourself. So I'll just go ahead. So this is how the interface looks like. Maybe in your spare time you can look at this. I think there may be some sort of restrictions you may have if you've not gotten what they call, is it Dribble invites or something. Someone has to invite you to Dribble. I can't really remember how that works. So you go to search, but just sign up with Dribble. Please, everyone must have a Dribble account. After, are you interested in becoming a mentor? We are looking for mentors for our upcoming pro design course. Let us know you are interested. Talk about that later. So that is it. So let's search things like fintech UI. I'm doing this so that will be fast. Shit. You're interested to be a mentor, go to Dribble and tell them, yeah? Let's make it specific. Fintech websites, or let's say fintech payments websites. As a kind of design I'm looking forward to. So let's look for a modern design. My internet is slow. Let me make it specific. Let's use this one. So just right click. You don't have to save it on your system. Just copy. And I don't know if I shared. Can you guys see my screen? Like showing dribble. I want to know if I shared my entire screen. So this is it. Then Control V or Command V, depending on what you're using. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Where my Figma? Okay, thank you. So I talked about, yes, like I talked about the Figma. So this is the dark theme. This is one of the features that Figma added, being able to, they call it dim your light, dark theme. Who be this person when they draw this thing now? Anyway, moving forward. So we want to work with the website. So we're going to be working with the, if you have any question, just like drop it, please. I want to make sure that everyone is following. So you select a frame. Let's choose desktop. I wish this thing powerful. Then
Please, if not, just a minute, just few seconds, please.
okay.
Hi guys. Please, if you're the one that drew this thing, can you kindly remove it? Like, and please, I'm begging you guys, please don't use the whiteboard for any reason. You're not the one taking this class. I forgot to disable it, but please, I'm begging, don't use the whiteboard. Thank you. If not, please, you can continue.
All right, thank you. So when you get your picture, right click, you see copy image, then go to the Figma file and right click and paste it, or Control C, Control V. Control C is copy, Control V is paste. So next thing we want to look at is what we call the grid system. So grid system, we're going to have a class on that, help for proper structuring of your website, knowing the places that should have margin and the places that text should stop, right? This is just a basic what's the right word? Basic explanation of grid system. When we get into it, I'm going to give you like a whole reason why you need a grid system in your design, right? So like I said earlier, this is just for us to have a feel of what Figma looks like, or how the experience of Figma. That's why I'm diving into the practical, so we'll not get bored with theory. But one of the proper ways that you must understand the theory for you to make better designs. And one of the things I want to achieve as well is that I want you guys, after this class, if I'm going to design a full website, so I want you guys to see how you are designing before and after, right? That's the whole essence of it. So you click on this and you can see that there are informations about this particular frame, telling you the width, the height, the corner radius. If you want it to be curvy, 5. Auto layout, to talk about that some other time. Grid, so we want to work on the grid. When you click on grid, right, you select display, this layout grid setting to set the kind of grid you want. So grid is made up of columns and row. We're going to work with columns for now. When we get to row, I will explain what we mean by role and what's the role of using role in grid system. But just follow. 12, center, 80. Don't worry, don't be confused. 16. All right. So using this grid system, we will have our margin here. If you want to zoom in and out, you have to click on Control and use your mouse to zoom in and zoom out. Or if you're not using a mouse, you do Control plus or Control minus. Control plus or Control minus. But I don't know how designers design without mouse. I have one of my boss usually design with his mouse pad, like his laptop, not his mouse pad, sorry, his laptop mouse pad, right? But I'm not very good at designing without mouse. Mouse makes me very comfortable designing, so I will encourage everyone to get it as well. It makes things very fast. So the next thing, let's look at this, what we want to replicate, so that we don't have to look at it so much. So first of all, we have the name of a studio, home, about us, features, my savings is a wrong spelling, contact, login. Anyone can save money. So this site wants to encourage saving. I don't know why they have to use a young child, but let's assume that they want to encourage savings among maybe teenagers or something. Let the number speak for you, best saving, blah, blah, blah. So at this point, we're not really concerned about the UX, right? We're trying to design a UI. We're more like copying what they have, knowing how to use the Figma tool, essentially, basically. So moving forward. So the next, I'm just going to teach you guys the manual way, or should I, because one of the things that make this thing easy is things like use of auto layout. But since I've not explained what auto layout means, I'll just do it in manual way first. So as we progress, we will now learn the other ways of making it work. So first of all, we want to have a home. And to take note to that, I want you guys to have this rule. When it comes to, there's something called body text. The text, body text means the normal text you read. Just like when you, this place that has lorem umsu, blah, 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 is the body text. And when you're doing a body text for a website or a web application, the recommended body text is 16 pixel, 16 here, 16 here, but it can be 16, 18. But when you're dealing with a mobile application, we were talking about 14, 12. So some people are not, especially beginners, they're not aware of this. That's why if, for example, most of the time when I'm reviewing a beginner's, I want you guys to listen attentively. When I'm reviewing a beginner's design, one of the things I notice is that most times their body texts are big. It's as if they feel like people will not see their design. So they want to make it very large. No, once you present the design, people will see it. Don't assume otherwise. So since our body text is, I'm going to work with 16. There's something called style guide, but we've not gotten to them. Like I said, this one is just this thing. So home, let's use 18 because let's use 18. So we have home. To copy and paste something or to duplicate, the shortcut is that you hold Alt. So you see something like this arrow that you're seeing here, double arrow, then you drag it. then you drag it, right? So we're going to have home, about us, and contact us. So to make this thing, I think I cannot run away from auto layout. Oh, really? Figma just did. Let me try it. Where is that? That's in. Oh, okay. Nice one. So I want to use it to teach us this place. There's some arrangement. There is align left, align horizontal. So for example, something is like this. Align left. If I click on this, select shift, click on about us, select shift, click on contact us, and then click on left align, they automatically align. If I click on center, they become center. If I click on here, they become left align. If I click on here, they come up. If I click on here, and then because of they're all together. So that's how like that alignment works. All right, so let me continue. So let's assume we have this. Maybe we have about us here and we have home here and we want to switch. You select about us, click on shift, select home. You will see something like a circle. It means you can swap. So this is how you drag. Why is it not? I'm not selecting. And here you click here. So you have to exchange it. This is how it works. You have to click on this circle. So maybe we want to exchange this about us before contact us. Let me zoom. Then you click on this. Then you can be able to swap. Right? So this home, about us, and contact us, we want it to be centrally aligned and as well have the same distance with each other without using auto layout. So we can, when you click up here where we have more options, click on tidy up. So tidy up gives you the same equal spacing. Right now, we're not really focused on what we call, also has to do with grid system, 16 points, 8 points, and the rest of them. So let's work with this. Then let's create a logo. Child save. So maybe we give the child, we give the child, let's use Poppins because Poppins is very bold. Then give the child maybe 10 lights. Then give save. What's it? No, that's not what I mean. Bold, extra bold, and Poppins too, because I thought I chose everything to Poppins. And then we can change the color here. This place where we have fill. Place where we have fill. So here shows the different color, whatever colors you choose is going to just line up here. So let's go with, what's the color of this? Okay, purple. There's something called color picker. from here. So maybe you want to pick a particular color. For those that are conversant with design tools, so you select this color. Right, so this child safe, and we want to increase it because of this logo. Obviously, whoever you're designing should have their logo. They're not supposed to form a logo for anybody. Then let's use, fine, beautiful, child safe. So to properly align, you click on these three. So to make sure they are all in the center. You can click this. You can group it, Control G. But so I've not started using some certain tools. I'm just, like I said, I'm going the manual way first. Then the next thing is login. To do a login, I select a frame. Before we used to use rectangle, but frame is better off. So select a frame, you draw your frame by yourself. So we're going to use a height of, so your buttons can be from 40, 45, 50, 55 kind of range. So let's go with 55. We can make our radius to maybe 10. So it can be curved and look like a button. Then we choose a fill. This place is showing that it is not colored. Then we choose a fill to be this our purple here, right? But let's reduce it. But here they didn't use any color, so let's just use outline. So when you, here is the fill. There's something called, this is fill. Fill means you're filling the block. There's something called stroke. When you click on stroke. So stroke is what is the outline around the shape. So let's select purple, then close the fill. So we have this. So you can increase, but there's no need for that. Increase the fill thickness if you need to. But let me just make it 1.5. Then most times whenever I'm done doing a particular text, other than typing it again, I would rather duplicate the text and work on it. How do you zoom in and out? Control your mouse front and back, or Control plus, Control minus. Then Control C, Control V. So I want to work on this, right? Login. So if you have something very long, you can automatically shorten it by just clicking on this auto width. So it carries everything together. Then you put it in. We can make this bold, or rather medium, just because it's a button, right? So this is in our frame. So that's one advantage of having a frame. So we have a child save, we have our content, and then we have login. So we want it to be properly aligned. So we select child save, click on shift, select this home, about us, and contact us. Click on shift, then select this. So we've selected 3 of them at once. When you want to select more than one object, you click shift to select each of them. Then you select align vertically centered so that it can be centered. Right. So this is how we have our navigation bar, right? So to show that, or should I show you guys auto layout? So to show that this is active, we have something like a rectangle under here. Yeah. So we have our navbar. You can select everything and right click and make it a frame selection so I can maybe be able to carry everything together. So since we've not entered components, so I won't be too fast. So the next thing we want to do, are you guys following me? Any question from here? If you're following me, say yes. Have any question for me? Type your question. You're not following me. Is any other person following me? Oh, wow. Is it that I'm fast or you don't understand fast? Which one? Chamaka, what's the challenge if you're not following? Me that's even thinking I'm very slow. Please, I will slow down, but this is something that you have to go and watch again and again, because especially for those that are new into this. And then I'm going to send a video of how to use Figma, and so that you learn on your own as well. So I'll just move forward. Please listen to the video again. And did you insert the little line below the home? Yes, I just drew it and place it close to it. Okay, moving forward. The next thing we want to work on is the hero page. This place up around here is called the hero page. So the hero page says anyone can save money. So let's do something. Let's use save and grow your money. Please, did you add the line? I just added the line. I use rectangle to add the line. So the next thing, grow and save your money. Then let's change the text to 64. And one thing with Figma, you can reduce something like this. You can increase it, you can reduce like this. You can set the line height. This is auto. You may want to increase it. So one of the way I work with increasing of line is I say 64 times 1.5, right? 64, I'm going to do it again for those that know. 64 times is asterisk 1.5. So this is to increase the line height. So maybe we want to lay emphasis on save and grow. I can make it bold and maybe draw a line like this or something. Still give it the whole purple thing. Does this work? Or let's do it like this. Then give it maybe a radius of 5. Save and grow your money. Okay, the person's asking what's the line for. All right, so you select about, so I'm trying to duplicate, like I say, I usually don't like typing all over again, so I just duplicate. Control C, Control V, come out. So we can use Lorem Ipsum. So I think there's a plugin for Lorem Ipsum. So talking about plugin, When you right click on your screen, you let's not negate, but let me just say it. Click on manage plugins. So it's trying to tell me that I don't have any plugins. So browse plugins in community. This is taking me different. So one of the plugins we need now is maybe Lorem Ipsum. I've not used Lorem Ipsum before, but let's try it. I usually copy from. Okay, install this. Install it. So let's go back to this thing. Say it's installed. So select plugin and select Lorem. Let me see how it come out. How much text? Paragraph. Just one paragraph, add. Also, it have automatically added it. So how did I get to? You install the plugin. So for the font size, I'm choosing which one. I use which one? What did I use here? Inter. I'm using Inter. So I use Poppins for just this. I'm assuming this is a logo. So follow for the, it's not part of the, design font. This is just a customized logo. And I use Poppins because Poppins is very bold. But the font we are using here is Inter. But you can decide to say that you want the titled font to be Poppins, while the body font can be another font. See how beautiful it is with Poppins. So this Lorem Ipsum, you can just adjust it. Oh, that's a lot. Talking about line space, I told you how to do the lines because these things are very, so this is one other mistakes that most beginners do. Their line spacings are very tight and they don't tend to recognize it because obviously they don't know what a right design is known for. Then this is line height. This is line height. You select, I want to use 16. Let's shift this to 16. I just use 18 for the navigation bar, but I want to use navigation bar and button. So 16. So 16 asterisk times 1.5. 24. So we may want to make our text not to be black. We may want to make it fainter, right? Let's take away this grid. When you click on desktop, you can see the grid section. And turn it off. Beautiful. Let me turn off the grid. Let's follow the grid. Let's stop maybe here. This is one of the things that grid can help out with. Let's do this. Why do you have to multiply it? Why both just put 24. So there are different ways of determining your okay, why not? I'm just showing you how, because if I just say 24 now, how did you get 24, right? And there are different ways of, someone is asking why did I have to multiply it, and put why not just put 24. So there are different ways to determine height. There are different mechanisms. That's going to be another topic. There's something called the 8-point grid system. There's something called golden ratio, and many other things that can help you determine the line height, right? So one of the method I use is I usually use 8-point or 4-point grid system. So where everything I use is multiple of 4. So sometimes I may not know the multiple of 4 to use. I just do this whole 16 times 1.5. If it gives me a number that is a multiple of 4, beautiful. But if it gives me a number maybe like 27, instead I will adjust to 28 so that it fits the kind of grid system I'm following, which is called 4-point grid system. Like I said, that's not what we're going to do now. I'm just teaching you how to use Figma. Thank you. The next thing we want to do now, so we have save money, see video. Save money, see video. When you click, so I want to make use of this button. We've not started talking about components, but so I will duplicate it and drop it here. This place is supposed to, the call to action here is save money. Let's change it to white. Then this frame, let's on our listing and remove this stroke. Save money. Then the next thing is see video. There's an icon here. So there's one popular icon plugin I usually use, which is called Iconify. So go to plugin, manage plugins, go to Figma community, plugins, browse plugin Figma community. It's called Iconify. Let's search for Iconify. Select install. That's installed. Let's go back to our design. So the next thing we want to do now is to look for the icon. Play button. The name of the icon is most likely play. Click on play. Let's see what kind of import. Right, I selected this and selected import icon. So it just told me it has been imported. So let me close it. So see where it is. Wait. Does black theme also involve black this thing? Nice. Beautiful. So we have the play button here. When adjusting anything, don't just adjust and do like this. Control Z. Click on it, click on Shift, then you adjust. So it will be uniform. So let's move ahead. Control C, Control V. So what do we have here? See video. See video. Let's use case 18. Let's make it a little bit thicker, medium. Let's align it. Click on this. Shift, click on this to make sure it comes up in the middle. Then select align vertical center. It's aligned. You can group it if you want. Okay, this is it. You can also align this one. Save money, shift, click on this, align it. So one of the important thing about design is alignment is one of the basic design principles. So we have this. So next thing is this lady. So our own is save and grow your money. So let's go to the iStock. Our iStock. Someone's network is annoying. Sorry. Watch the video later. Click on iStock.com and select a tin with pig savings or something. So getting another aspect of design is looking for really nice pictures is another specialization on its own, because one thing is that we have to also look for picture that suits the kind of thing. For example, we can't use this one because unless you want to work on it using Photoshop. I think we found the one I want to use. I'm just trying to check. This would have been. Oh, see this beautiful lady.
Oh, okay. If not, please just I don't know if we'll actually follow up with the design.
Am I fast?
Yes, you're a bit fast. So I don't know if you can slow down so that people that are following the design will be able to catch up.
Wait. Are they designing what I'm designing? That was not the
I
plan,
get
but beautiful. If you are designing what I'm designing, but you have to look at it first because you may not be able to catch up unless you are using two screens. Oh, it won't work that way. Well, the laptop is for you to see clearly. Then later on, you do the design. Doing it together, you may not be able to catch up very well. Okay, fine. Then, so which picture are we going to use? This one for make sense, but at some point she was fine in my eyes. Let's use this one. Okay, let's just use it. So you copy this, go to downloader.li. And select iStock photos. So there are other places that you can get photos from and then remove the watermarks from here. If you download from iStock, you notice that it comes with its own watermarks. But the reason why we are using downloader.la so that it can automatically like remove it for us. So select iStock photos, paste the stuff, the link. Is it my first to buy? Paste the link here, then download. So you see a download now, then click on it. comes up with it. So right click, copy image. So this case, right click, let's save the image because I want to remove the background. Let's save it to, let's just save it anyway. If you're using a Chrome browser, this is a benefit. So you go back to your design and you can just drag it. But if you notice, the design has a background and we don't want that background, right? So there are two things involved. It's either you use a website that removes background or you go to Photoshop and learn how to remove background. So the disadvantage that is if it's a very, very high quality image, if you use a site called remove.bg, remove.bg removes background from image. So it helps to remove like plain backgrounds from the actual image. So you drag it. It removes it. So this is the preview image 6.12. This is fair. But if you're looking for really high one, I think you have to pay. Get this image for free. Sign up, blah blah. One credit, what are credits? I thought I have an account. Let me see. Well, finally led me to pay. Telling me to pay subscription, blah 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 blah. Some clients are willing to actually pay for such kind of images. I have a client that paid for the image. So let's go back. So you just drag it here. And like I say, when you want to increase, click on Shift and then la, la, la. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So let's, because of we want the eyes of people to be on this save and grow, Figma will auto save and apply your offline changes when you are back online. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, you can flip the image. When you right click, you select flip horizontal. And so that's one thing you have to also know in it. You can also like shorten it because this is a lot of image. I think we're done with like the, what are they calling it? The grid. So you remove it so we can see our design well. So you click on this and then remove it here. Okay, our design is coming up. Then we want to have something like these patterns. So you can see that you draw this pattern by yourself or you look for somewhere to get it. One of the places to get it is free pick. Most times what I do is I look for, let me not teach you how to be lazy yet. So let's see how we can draw this, for example. So one of the harder things, let me not use hard. One of the things that we have to learn is how to use the pen. So it requires a certain kind of skill. You click here, then control, go back. What is it? Go back, click here. It's as if you want to click here, but no, that's not what you're doing. You now control it like this. I don't know if you guys got that, but I'm going to do it for another one. Then you can now add the fill. This shows that there is no fill, so just click here to add a fill. Then maybe this is the fill. And we're going to show another way. Click on pen tool. Then do as if you want to end it, but don't click on it. Just wind your mouse. This is what we have. Select the fill and select, remove the stroke. Remove the stroke. So for these patterns, let's see, how do we do this pattern? Now all these things, this one is a different skill on its own. That's illustration. If you are a graphic designer already, you should be familiar with this and know how to use the pen. If not, you may have to learn how to do so. Remove the stroke. I'm doing this thing several because how do they even do this stuff here? This is a different method, but I'll just show what this means is that I don't know either that the Pathfinder tool and all of those things here, but give me a second, it's another work. Okay. Okay. So let's just go with this. When we get to using pen tool, or rather, I may not handle that. Someone else may handle that. Then you can now go into deep. Then let's remove this thing. We don't want it. I think this is fine now. I think that I did this thing together. That's why I don't want to separate now. Can you guys hear me now? How did you drag the image from the first picture into the desktop? How did you drag the image from the first picture into the desktop frame? Which first picture? Which first picture? How did you drag images from the first pictures? Which image? The only image I see is this girl.
Okay, I think he's just trying to what is it called? The shapes you dragged from this.
Okay, by dragging them now. Or you duplicate them, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Or you click on them, one, Alt, and drag it. It's just the same way you move things on a design too. Yeah. So let's because of our image have a little of all this blue and the rest of them. Let's play around with other colors. Okay, so this is developer and fitting for sure. So moving forward, when you click on another thing I want to talk about is patterns. Patterns. Let me see how I think we got these patterns. This shape is the long I went to flip it for. One of the ways I get patterns is also this IStock. I go to geometric pattern. Let's use this one. I'll also end this class so that so we can rest. I hope this works. Click on it, Ctrl V. Ctrl V, I copied image, then paste, Ctrl V. Right click, send to the back. Then let's try multiply. Let's try something else. Let's choose multiply and then do 20. No. let's put this rectangle behind. Let's see whether send to back. Check something. Send to back. Where is this thing? Let's make it 5%. This can work. Or unless you want to start building this thing one by one and using your pen tool to be doing like this. Let me try something. There's some designers that love starting from scratch. So design something. Then you select stroke to be this. Voila, you have the shape. Whatever method you want to use. If you want to recreate from scratch, fine. If you want to bring it front, if you can get this exact shapes somewhere, fine for you too. So basically, I'm going to stop here. This is just a rundown. Let's move this forward a bit. Control G. Or select this. Shift select this. Shift select this. Okay. Align it left. Wow, this is fine. Voila. Voila. So we have our design. Save and grow your money. About us, contact us. Can you guys hear me? Says voila, Papa. Jesus. Yeah, so it's cool. So you can turn off the unmute so people can ask their question. Yes, it's beautiful. You can ask their question.
All right, I'll do that now.
The assignment I really want you guys to play with the pen tool.
So
these things are not very
sorry.
hard.
Okay, design goddess, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, so I don't know, why did you reduce your frame size after you were done with the design again?
It's
I thought you
just,
were moving. Okay. I'm
it's
listening.
just for here
Yeah,
because,
you reduce it, you cropped it up. I don't know.
yeah. So you can increase your frame size by clicking Alt. Or,
I know, I'm saying, why did you
I
reduce
know
it? I felt like,
I'm
okay.
going to assign, or for us, Command or Control, right? So it's just for, for like, then like sizability, just to show that I'm just trying to tell you guys I'm right. And then let's assume that we increase it because there's nothing left under for me to put. So I'm done with the hero page. That's why I reduce. If I want to continue designing, I will increase it and continue designing. Let's assume this is what it is here. Then the play button. It will still it's supposed to show me the empty part of it now. To show me the empty part, right? So it's just for, and sometimes you may have to check, because one of the things that you don't want your users to experience is what's it called, where they have to scroll for them to see this some major information. So I want this to be sizable. If you expand this now, you see it's sizable, it still has like extra stuff. So it's better for it to be up than for you to allow your user to have to scroll down to do some certain actions. So in conclusion, it doesn't really matter if you want to reduce or increase. I just did that to show that I'm done and just focus on the hero page.
Okay. Why I asked is because I don't know, it might be confusing if you were designing for an actual desktop size design and then you crop it. I don't know, it might look smaller than the main screen you're trying to design it for. That's why I asked. That's just why I asked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's just what.
Just get it.
Right.
Any other question? Okay, I'll choose that as well.
I want to ask a question.
Okay.
I think my question is actually off what you are doing, but what's the standard size if you want to design for phone? Like, is it iPhone 11 Pro Max? Because like something I saw online, they said it's iPhone Plus or something like that is the standard. So I want to hear from you.
What the online tell you?
iPhone 6.
iPhone 6.
Yes.
Is there iPhone 6 here?
Yeah?
Is there iPhone 6 here?
Yes, there is. I guess so.
Where's iPhone 6?
I don't know. I'm just asking you now, like the standard size.
I
I don't know.
use iPhone 11. I think iPhone 11 Pro. But if you know it's Android they are doing, just use Android. But I usually use this iPhone 11 Pro Max, and developers have not complained.
Okay. Thank you very much.
I have also used like Android.
Okay.
Any other?
Thank you.
Okay, hello.
I have a question. If you have a slider and a home page, how do you attach the next page?
I can't hear you.
If you have a slider on the home page, like another, the image is a slide, and you normally slide, like you have up to 3 slides.
Mm-hmm.
So how are you going to attach it to this home page?
Repeat your question.
Okay. I said, if you have a slider, as in, if it's a sliding image you have on this home page,
Mm-hmm.
how do you attach it to this one?
So if you have a slider kind of thing, all you have to do is that you have to duplicate it. You have to do design for the other two sliders and then prototype it.
Okay.
Yes, but you have to show the whole circle. So there's a way to prototype it that when you are playing the presentation, it delays. It delays, maybe you want to put it in the prototyping option, you tell it to delay for maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Or if you put 000, that's circle, you may prototype it that when you click the second circle, it should go to the next one. You have to, my point is to answer your question at this level, you have to do like 3 different designs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Then 3 different. I'm listening. Hello.
Yes, I hear you.
So what is the question? Any other question?
Okay, my Figma, I'm not seeing this skill. This skill used to.
Which thing?
I don't know how to roll it out.
Which tool are you talking about?
The scale used to make to align the body of the.
Click on something, you will see. Click on a text. You're supposed to see it. Click on a text and scroll up. You're supposed to see it. It only comes when, for example, you can't see it here. When you click here, you see it. When you click on an object, you see it. Click on something and see if you will see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you seen it?
Yes.
Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it. I'm talking about this scale of that. This one is minus 2,000 minus 1,750.
Minus 2,000, 1,750. What are you talking about? I'm trying to get.
I think he's referring to the ruler size.
Close to
Yeah.
The ruler this thing. Sorry.
Yes, exactly.
You're not seeing this. Eh?
No, not that one. Can
Okay,
you see
ruler.
this?
Okay, click on, yeah, select view, can select ruler.
Okay, rulers. Okay.
Yeah, you can select some things that you may want to be shown here from here.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
This pen tool, it seems so difficult. I don't know if we'll have more lessons on it.
There's one tutorial that I had to learn on how to use the pen tool. I've not done it. So my dear, YouTube is your friend. Let me see. I've not checked for Figma, but while I was doing Photoshop, there was this guy that I really like the way he explained it. Let me see whether he's there. Whether he's still here. I don't find a man like that. Where is he? Well, I can't find him. But just go on YouTube, how to use. I think this first one really showed all this how to use pen to 30 minutes. We're not rushing. I think it's this guy.
Master different.
It's imperfect. Try, and one thing is this, you can try this. Try as you use it, you will become very much conversant with it. Right, so just go on YouTube and
Please,
download
can I talk?
how.
Okay, which website did you get all those images from? For what's the name?
So please, can I just say something on the pen too?
I'm listening.
Yeah, I think this Pix Imperfect is the best place to check, because when I was trying to learn how to use the pen tool, I think he explained it properly. So I would recommend this Pix Imperfect.
Okay, yeah, so I'm good. So 30 minutes means it's even long. I thought it's 30 seconds, sorry. That means it's a long tutorial. The stuff is IStock. The other one where you is downloader. I don't know why. I did not say you should direct to anybody. Where is everyone in the meeting? IStock. Dash. Let me see adults. So what again? What other question as I close?
Okay, I want to know, I didn't join the meeting on time, Sha. Why did you use the layout grid at the beginning?
For structuring to enable us for the margin. I said I was going to give an elaborate system when I teach it, but basically for better alignment and layout.
Thank you.
Please, the geometric side too is still IStock. What other question?
Change our team to that team. Our team, how do you change it to that team?
How did you do that? I mean, I just tell me that something, and I just change it. But obviously, people people are really sharp. People don't need to slack in this.
It should be under preference.
Okay, preference, fine. Preference. Team, okay, beautiful. Preference, team, dark. They have smart people. What other question?
This same dark theme, how did you get it from the homepage of Figma?
What did you say, please?
This same dark theme that you have here on the design panel, how do you have it on the homepage before you enter into any project?
Once you select dark theme, it reflects everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So
Sorry, please, I didn't get what you said about the dark theme. How to get it?
here,
Okay.
file, preference, team, dark theme.
Okay, thank you.
Preference, team, dark theme. All right. So which assignments like you? All right, so I'm going to paste let me stop sharing the link. What is the best way to do this thing now? Document, sample save.
Please, I have one more question.
Okay.
Yeah, is not part of what we discussed today. Sha. So I had a discussion with someone, and the person, we are arguing about it. So he said that Behance is the best platform to build a portfolio. So which I doubt. I don't know if he was right or not.
So you that is doubting, what do you think?
I think it's better to have a more defined website for your portfolio.
Okay. So basically, if all of us have websites now, for example, this is just a funny question, Sha. So where are we going to be seeing inspiration from? Anyway, you can have on, what did I say this to us? I'm coming, I'll answer your question.
Okay.
Well, for professionalism and depending on your target um, audience, okay, how will I put it? Behance is beautiful, right? Because they even make you upload. It's been a long I uploaded stuff on Behance. Yeah, it's beautiful. You have your project and all of that, but it doesn't stop you from having a website. But building a website can be a little bit expensive, especially when you have to host it. What I mean by expensive, maybe you're just a beginner and you never chop tech money to build websites, or you are stingy to give to build the website. As a beginner, you can start up with Behance, actually, if you don't have money yet to host a site, or some people use Webflow. Even if you use Webflow, you still have to buy domain name and all of those things. So some people may not have that money yet. So you can just put it on Behance. And you having your project, another reason for that website is some people have some projects that they don't want to share they don't want everybody to see. So they rather put it on their website for recruiters to see, or they'll have a password for it. Maybe I'm working on a project and it's not yet live, but it's part of my portfolio. I may password it. When they ask me, I'll just show it to the recruiter. I give the recruiter a password, and then, but if I put on Behance, is open, is open. So what I'm trying to say is that for professionalism, right, I think it's more professional to have a website, right? A website, or what's right? A website, yeah, for your portfolio. At the same time, it's not a bad idea to also have a Behance portfolio as well, right? Yeah, so basically, that's the answer. That's my thought towards that, not the answer.
One more question, one last question.
Okay.
So for a wireframe, is it right to use Figma to draw a low fidelity wireframe, or we can just sketch it on the paper?
None of them is wrong. Both of them are good.
Okay.
I think I explained this in our last class. The reason for, so I think she may go back to our last class to get that. I explained why, which is better or which is preferable, and why we have one to another. Someone asked that question. All right, I think I'm going to come to the end of this. I want all of us to rest. So for the assignments, the person that asked me, was it trouble? Please, we can go back to our last video. I explained, someone asked that same question and I gave an answer. Yeah. So I don't.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, please. What else? The assignment is to replicate everything that we have there. I want you to play with your pen too. Play with your pen to play with it, right? Everything there. I know I did an easy stuff. I'm giving you hard one. It's part of, we follow for the team. All right, so that's just it. Goodness, I'm done. Everybody should have a nice day. The image